All right now. I think I did this correctly this time. Welcome in. I see an eyeball. Okay. Doing some afternoon knitting. And I'm working on my scarf. Still working. Scarves take a while. These are my little bees. They keep the points safe while you're traveling with your project. So I don't know if people are into knitting. But I do a little bit of both knitting and crocheting. So welcome in. All right now. Oh, I see an eyeball. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's Terry. Hello. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. So how are you doing today? Ooh, I figure I'll get a couple seconds in before the big rush, the big afternoon YouTube rush. So, how are you feeling, since the other day? I know you said you weren't feeling so hot. Hopefully it's better for you. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. So, oh, you got a doctor's appointment. Okay. Good to see you. Oh, well, good luck. Yeah. Thumbs up to you. Good luck. And there's Suzanne. Hello. Good to see you. What are you up to today, Suzanne? I'm just killing some time today since it's all's calm on the western front here. But we're in between storms, I think. It's looking a little bit. I don't know. Like it gets dark and then it clears up and it gets dark and then it clears up. So I don't know what this weather wants to do. It's weird. Very weird. Oh, Backlash Fisherman. Hello. How's the scarf coming? I only did about 3 rows. Yesterday I didn't do a lot, so it's kind of tragic, but it's getting there. Let me see if I can hang on a second. There we go. So, yeah, maybe I did that little bit from here down. So that's it. But yeah, it's getting bigger. And I see Backlashes here. Good to see you. And a little late for July 4th. Yeah, I started this scarf. Anyway, I started making this earlier in the year and I crocheted it and I didn't like the way it looked. And I said, I got to get this. So I'm trying to power through the stash, as everybody knows. Try to power through. So I just went, okay, I got to. So I said, well, let me see how this knits up. So I finally picked it up again because I think I was working on this back in February. And then I took it out because the crocheting was kind of ugly. Did not come out well. Came out better knitted. So that's it. Yeah. So how are you feeling, Backlash? I said everybody's all this health stuff is scary, Yep. Just knock on wood for my health. Ay, ay, ay. Well, good luck. Yeah, those doctor's appointments are always. Hopefully, it's not too. Hopefully, it's unremarkable. You know. Hopefully, they can figure out what they need to do for you. So I know he had some issues the other day. Yeah. Let's see. Crocheting shawls and a scarf. Nice. I switch off especially from untwisted strands of thread yarn from Oh, are you talking Rowan or Rena? And then that's quite challenging to work with. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's really interesting. The Yeah, I don't have a lot of that twisted yarn, but I do have some of it. So I've been sort of doing the same thing. I did some amigurumi with thick blanket yarn, and so I've been sort of alternating just to kind of keep my hands straight too. Yeah, because a lot of people, I don't know, like I said, that thick yarn always after a while it hurts, but so far so good. Yep. Doing better, got past the EMT certification, got $3 an hour raise. Nice. A lot less stress. Oh, and you got to do a testosterone checkup. Interesting. Now I always wonder, can they fix if you're low or if you have too much? I don't know. Like how do they even fix? I guess there's ways to fix it. I don't know. Yeah, that's a thing I've never encountered before. Medically. Yeah. But I know this whole thing with blood sugar is always interesting. So, are you making anything, Backlash? But like I said, last week I finished 2 shawls and 2 amigurumis. So for me, that's quite a bit. Yeah. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Yeah, this is a little late for July 4th. That's true. Yep. So anyway, so that's it. Nothing. I wish it was more exciting. Oh, I went to the mall today. That was interesting because we have a dying mall. My husband wanted to go, and I was like, ugh. But we did get a few steps in over there, so I have to see like how many steps I have in. It's probably not enough. Let me see. I'll check my little watch here. Yeah. Oh, actually, let's see. Yeah. So my stand goal is good. My exercise goal, I still need about 10 more minutes of exercise, but that's actually pretty good for the day, for me. Yeah. It's 2 o'clock. But I need to probably get out and do just a little more something and then see what happens. Let's see. Shatika's here. Good afternoon. Blessings. Oh, no. Oh, Backlash is saying, oh boy. Oh, no. Terry's saying, I don't have the 2 boys anymore, so I get a shot every 2 weeks. Ah, interesting. Yes. And then, Backlash said you can buy testosterone and estrogen in the Walmart multivitamin. Well, see, it's funny, believe it or not, for as much as the medical stuff that I'm kind of into medical stuff, but I never took vitamins. I'm one of those people or supplements, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now I've taken other stuff, as needed, but I try not to take anything really. And I'm one of those stubborn people who never did vitamins. Yeah. See, I haven't knitted or crocheted in a long time. Backlash, come on now. You got to get with it. I'm kidding. No, I know you've been through some stuff. And then Susan saying, a question, is there a way you can broadcast your video vertically, especially when streaming vertically? Your video is horizontal. It's very small. Okay, let me see if they'll let me. Maybe I'll do it this way. Is that a little bit better? Yeah, that is a lot better. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm still playing it, still learning my way through here. So, yeah, hopefully that's better. All right, that's like I'm way down there too. Yeah, this is up close and personal. Yeah, they have a couple of different layouts you can try, but there we go. And there's Kyle. Hello, good to see you. And very small. Okay, good. All right, so that looks better. And there's Kyle's link. Yeah. Good to see you. How you doing today? Hopefully you're doing okay. But anyway, it's 90 something here, so we're burning up as usual. I'm so used to being overheated that I'm ready for the I don't know. I wish these are the days I wish I had a pool. Don't have a pool. Or an ocean nearby. Yep, something like that. And there's Wellness with Frugal Mama. Good afternoon. Good to see you. All right now. Yeah, this is really close. Up close and personal. But I had a couple of minutes, so I figure I'd do that. But yeah, just chit chatting. I appreciate everybody chit chatting. Let's see. How you doing, Miss Frugal Mama? And oh yeah, so it's 90 in New Jersey. Wind is blowing west southwest at 14 miles per hour. That's not bad. Current humidity 59. Oh yeah, so it's beautiful where you are. Yeah, that sounds actually almost perfect. Warm but with some breeze. Yeah. Like it's sort of like if you ever gone to Hawaii. Hawaii has these real strong winds. And even though it's 87 or 90 degrees, it feels really refreshing because the wind's kind of hitting you in the face like a fan. So I'm trying to get there one day. Yeah. It's just so, pricey, like most things. But I have to save up for it and do my thing here. There we go. Oh, the Crochet Queen. Hey, good to see you. Long time no see. How are you doing? Just lost myself here. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yeah, I was just thinking about you. That's ironic. Isn't that weird when you think about somebody and then they pop in? Yes. Yep. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, but the summer so far is good. It's looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, I'm excited. Actually, I really am enjoying this summer the best that I can. I really am. It's cool though. See if I'm in there. Yep. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I was just so I'm almost down to the end here. I got to turn. Okay, let me turn. Let's see. Yeah, so are you at work, Miss China? Or are you off today? Hopefully you're off. I'm going to turn. There we go. Okay. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. So this is what it looks like. Oh, look at this massive needle. I was sewing amigurumi. This thing's like it's like a weapon. Pretty big. So I always got to make sure I put this in my sewing kit so it doesn't fall on the floor. Yes. Let's see. Oh, this is a scarf and it's very long. There it is there. And it's getting big. Like I've only been working on this maybe 2 days or a day. Yeah, about 2 days. I think I started it Monday. Monday or two? No, it might have been Tuesday. Started on Tuesday. Yeah. So yeah, just a couple days. I put it aside yesterday, and that was good. But anyway, whoops, am I pulling my cord here? But I've been hoping to. Whoops, hang on, let me get a little closer. There we go. Oh, there we go. Back in the shot. Yeah, I'm still learning how to maneuver this stuff here. Yes. All right. But I've been trying to make some donations, and I got a couple of nice knitting books, so I'm gonna try to pick up some tips in there. Somebody donated them, and they're like one skein projects. So I have the one skein crochet book, and this is the one skein knitting book. So I'm gonna see what's in there. I saw like 3 things I wanted to make, so that's on the list now. I've been oh, hang on, this is splitting. I've been adding things as I go along. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's the plan there. But yeah, it seems like this blue is splitting a little bit. Oh, so it was doing that the other day, the blue section. So hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, you took off Sunday. Let's see. Excuse me, that's what Crochet Queen. Let's see. Took off Sunday and Monday, so I have 5 days off. Need a mini vacation. Yeah, you've been working pretty hard, from what I can tell, without me being in your business. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's when you get a job and then you're in there, you really it seems like time just flies. They just keep putting you're on the schedule, on the schedule. Next thing you know, a year's gone by. A couple of years now, probably. Yeah, which is nice. But and you do need time off. People don't take enough time off. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good thing. Yep. You gotta, rest up a little bit, you know, get your mind right. It's hard. It's hard when you're working. I'm just pulling out some yarn here. But I'm getting close. Like this skein I'm getting close to the end of this skein. But I lost the label. I have it. I think I filed it somewhere. But this is the Stars and Stripes from Red Heart. Stars and Stripes. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little out of season. I thought about starting this sooner, back in like April, no, in like June or May or June, and it just never happened. So, but that's okay. What are you gonna do? But I said there's always next year. Yeah. And I saw somewhere they were talking about doing Christmas stuff. It's like Christmas in July time. Yikes. Yeah. But before you know it, Christmas does come quick. It's very scary. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah, that's nice. Good for you. So, how are the kids? Hopefully, the kids are okay. Hopefully, they're enjoying break. Yeah, school break. It's nice. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-oh. Get in there. Let's see. All right. Get 9 people. Hey, what's up? Come in and say hello. We have nice people in here. Yeah, this is a safe, quiet crafting space. It's so quiet, like it's scary how quiet it is here, which is good. Yeah. Ah, okay. Pull this back a little bit. But yeah, I got my mall walk in, so I'm officially a senior citizen. No, I'm not. I think you become a senior citizen if you mall walk. Yeah. Like our mall has the silver sneakers. And if you go in the morning, if you go in at like they open it, I think 9 or 10. If you go 9 or 10, you'll see all the gray people walking in the mall. It's kind of funny. Yep. Yep. Let's see. That's okay. They like that they don't have to get up early. Yeah, I know. Ugh. Although I was always an early riser, and I think that's the problem. When you get up so early, then you want to go to bed early. Like I wish I could sort of moderate my time a little bit. Because last night, I swear by like 8 o'clock, I was exhausted because I had been up probably since 5 or 6. 5, I think I was up. Yeah. So I don't know. I got to moderate my time better. But I was feeling, I missed out. I had a second crochet class. I missed it today. But I think since I did it yesterday, I'm good. Like I've been doing a lot of knitting and crocheting. Oh my goodness, there's the Bud Files. Hello, peoples, and we have Angelus. Hello, good afternoon, my Yarny family. Yes, how are you doing? Yeah, good to see y'all. Okay, we appreciate you stopping in. Yeah. So, but I figure I'll jump in before the big crowds. Every day, there's always so many crocheters and knitters on, so I'm like, I'll jump in now and enjoy the time, and then I'll probably do I have some video stuff I'm working on, and I have a lot of footage, so I was just doing some workout. I mean, not workout, but just editing, a little bit of editing. Okay, let's see here, phone is ringing. Let me turn this down here. Okay, yep, so that's the story. That is the story. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't streaming from my phone. That would have been bad. This is row number 2, and this is splitting. Why? Why must you split? All right, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, there goes another row. That's looking pretty good. And I like this pattern. Kind of interesting. Very cool. Yes, everybody's saying hello. So, what's new with you, Bud Files? You have to check out. You had some history stuff. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But I've been trying to catch up with a few channels. Like I ran a bunch of channels yesterday. Not ran, but I was actually watching a lot of channels. Watch a video or 2 or 3, and then I keep moving. I've been doing a little bit of that. And what else? Let's see. I'm trying to think. What else did I do yesterday? Yeah, a little bit of filming. But I have to go back. There's a couple of longer videos I have to go back and watch. But I was kind of scrolling through the shorts and supporting people that way. But that's all I really got done yesterday. Yep. My yarn group is just, they're really cranking out stuff. So it's kind of impressive, actually. And like I said, last week was a good week for me. So I was like, okay, I did it. But here, I'll show you. I'll show you this book. I got this one, Suzanne, or anybody's interested. But this one here is it's, oh boy, circular. It's called the Circular Knitting Workshop, and it's essential techniques to master knitting in the rounds. This is knitting in the round. There we go. Knitting in the round. Yeah, it's a big, heavy book. So I was reading that last night a little bit too, trying to learn some cast-ons and stuff like that. And so I'm going to try out a few of those things. There's a couple of nice projects in there. Check that out. And let me see if I can, just for a second. Okay, so I'm on this one here. I'm just checking my, let me see here. Do it this way. Let's see. There we go. So this is it. It's called the Circular Knitting Workshop. Essential Techniques to Master Knitting in the Round by Margaret Ratcliffe. Yep, there it is. And that's pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff in here, and it weighs like 500 pounds. But yeah, so I was going through there and learning some techniques, because there's a lot about, they showed you so many cast-ons in there. And I know there's like a crap load, that's official term. There's a lot of cast-ons, a lot of bind-offs, and pretty cool. So I said, well, I'm going to be learning something, so I'm borrowing that for a little while, and I'm going to use this to start our official yarn group library, because we really need to start one, So I hope they let us keep it. Yeah, we have a little storage area in our library, but I just want to make sure people just don't abscond with it, because that's a really nice book. But it's like $10. I found it on, I think Amazon or Thrift Books has it for like $10, which isn't too bad. Yeah. Oh, let's see. And then Suzanne said, I found some. Fun. I have some books I acquired, but I find I use videos more. Oh, than books. Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird. I just see. I always, for some reason, with the video, after a while, I start hearing the Charlie Brown teacher. And so I don't know. Like, I'm more of a reader, I think, than I am a video person. Although I can do a video, but it's funny. Yeah, this woman actually had some really great books. But like I said, she had a one skein knit book, which was good. And it had like a little tiny, it's so old. It had an iPod holder, but I think it'd be good for a cell phone if you just make it bigger. It was a cute cell phone holder, and I was kind of liking that. It's pretty impressive. Yeah. Oops. Let me get in the middle there. There we go. Yep. So that was great. So, and then this other one, it's about lace. So she had about 4 or 5 books on how to make lace knitting, so I said, okay. Now I'm not a lace person, but it's kind of cool to learn, how to do it. But I mean, I know the theory on how to make lace, but I've not actually made it. Yep. So that's pretty cool. So I've been enjoying that. So I was just looking at all the books they had yesterday, and I said, man, she had some really good stuff. Yep. And I have some good books, but then I have some not so good ones. So maybe I need to trade out with somebody. And that's probably what I'll do, is trade out and say, hey, do you want that one? Maybe we can trade. Yep, that's a good idea. But the books are good because it gives you a little bit of inspiration, when you're not running out of ideas, but when you need sort of a newer idea. They're nice. And you can get them from your library or whatever if you don't want to buy them. But we're having this book sale. I don't know who sponsors this thing, but every year it's a big deal. And these people meet in this. They used to have it in the mall, But they're having one now, not in the mall, but in the mall there's one in August coming up. And usually it's wrapped around, if you buy a bag, you can buy as many as you can fit in the bag for like $10 or $15. And a lot of them are hardback. Not all, but they have textbooks and other stuff like that too. And then romance novels, like you see a lot of those in there. But there's all kinds of books. Oh, hey, there's Miss Ashley. Good to see you. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Yes. So anyway, but I figure I got 3 rows done. This is the 3rd row now. So get a few rows done and then keep it moving. But see who's home, who's hanging. I appreciate everyone coming in. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, so the books are fun. So like I said, I spent the whole knitting group yesterday just reading through these books. She had about 12 or 13 books. And but that knitting book is pretty cool. Yeah. That one, and that's more like a how-to, and with a lot of different, patterns and techniques, and there were some good tips in there. So I'm going to definitely make use of that for sure. And let me see, anything else? Yeah, that was really it for yesterday. Nothing exciting. But shameless plug, I have a little short up, and I have some of the makes that my group did. And if you go on my page, you'll see it. It's pretty cool. They've been, excuse me, these women have been working. Yeah. Yeah. Very proud of them. And, the one lady's been teaching. And I missed her teaching today. I always like to go and sort of support her when she teaches, but, our schedules clash today. But maybe next week I'll pop in and say, hey. Yep. So Ashley, how's your thing going? Did you finish your cardigan? Or are you still working that? I think that's what she's still working on. And then she said, I forget what else you said you were making. She's making a bunch of stuff too for her sale, which is cool. Yeah, I don't really sell a whole lot, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice if you can do it. You know what I mean? I love it. But these last couple of weeks, I've just been sort of trying to have a little bit of fun while I'm doing this stuff. And but I probably need to take it more seriously. But like I said, at least I donated, so I feel better about that. Because that's always the thing I've been trying to do more of. More donations. So hopefully, I'm gonna keep going. And I have, I actually got some donated yarn, so I actually washed it today. That's the other thing I did. Whoops. Yeah, I washed it. So it was nice. So now it's drying on the drying rack. Yeah, because a lot of that donated stuff it's actually a lot dirtier than I thought. So a tip to everybody who gets donated yarn, it's probably worth washing it before you actually mess around with it. You know what I mean? Because I was surprised at how dirty this stuff was. It was pretty dirty. And I was telling the ladies at my group, I said, yeah, you might want to wash that yarn. Yep. Yep. So I got a lot of, and it was all homespun. And it was pretty colors, but it was dirty. Yep. Filthy, filthy. Yes. So I was like, okay. Yeah, you don't want to. So definitely, yeah, wash that donated yarn. Let me see, but I'll show you this one little thing this lady made. It's very cute. I love it. Let me see. Hang on a second. I'll show you 2 things. So hopefully this won't turn. But this lady made, I think this is a baby blanket. And that's knitted. Sort of a basket weave. There it is. Come on. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Yeah, it's a basket weave thing. She's knitting that. So that looks pretty good. And then the other little thing that this lady made, I'll show you this, was, whoops, where the heck is it? She made this little doll, which I thought was adorable. And this is there it is. It is she called it a sunshine doll. So it's got a little face, and that's like her first amigurumi. Hold on a second. There we go. This is like her first amigurumi thing that she's ever done. So that's pretty cool. And it's got the little curly cues. So if you guys know how to do those curly cues, that's really cute. Yep. Oh, there's Bill Beckett. Hey, good afternoon. Good to see you. And let's see. Oh, you've been done with that. Oh, okay. You've done 4. Oh, that's right. And now making. Oh, that's right. Bandana scarves. Yep. So there's at least 15 working on 16. Wow. So she's going well. But isn't that cute? Yeah. So one of the ladies made that. That's exciting. And then this is the shawl that I donated. It's hard to see, but I have it on the table. And this one's knitted garter stitch. Yeah. So that's that. But that's pretty good. It got real big. So I stretched it out, but it covers like most of the table. Yep. Pretty cool. But anyway, that's that. So that's what I've been up to the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. Crazy, crazy. But it's good. It's been good, you know. I feel like I'm accomplishing a little something because it's been like I said, I'm usually slow. So I'm trying to speed up, pick up the speed a little bit, get some things done. And that was fun, And I did 4 rows on this so far, so I feel really good about that. So I'm digging that. Very happy. And the garden, we're working on that. And things are growing. And I don't look like I'm gonna have strawberries. I think I had 1 strawberry that I picked. And then with all between the heat and stuff, it's just I don't know. Pretty much stunted the strawberries. So yeah, that's about it. Any summer vacation plans? Oh boy, I want to go somewhere so badly. Oh, okay, you're running for a smile. Hey, good to see you. Welcome in. Let me see. Oh, you changed your name. Let's see. A Life with Yarn. I love it. Happy Thursday. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So, yeah, vacation. I don't know. It's so funny. Like, I really wanted to get my family on a cruise before my kids grew up, but then, COVID happened and then, you know, so many things. And then you hear these nightmare stories about, well, like the cruise ships were having what's the stuff where you get the upset stomach. they were having some kind of things with that. So I said, well, maybe I won't take my family on the cruise. But it's great whenever you get a chance to get some good food. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if anybody else is going anywhere. I think Ashley took a little vacation. Bill took a little vacation. I remember that. Bill was in my area, which is really funny. We were in the same place probably seconds after each other, which I think is creepy, but funny at the same time. Yeah. So now you have me on Facebook. If you do come down, we have to go and get some shoe fly pie or something down there. Yep. We have blueberries now, but the birds eat them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. And so my husband was in the garden. He's in the garden club or whatever, and he went in there, and they actually had some potatoes come in. They had a couple of pretty good sized potatoes, so I'm pretty excited. That's really amazing. Their garden did. I don't know if when they planted their stuff. We always end up way too late. We try to do it with the seeds and everything, and I don't know. And then it's been so hot and cold and windy and dark and whatever. The one year I think we planted some squash and the seeds went everywhere. So we have squash growing all over our yard. Like it's terrible. I can't get rid of it. I don't know what's going on, but all kinds of things like that. Yep. I'll go on a short cruise. Yeah, that's an idea. See, because I think both of my daughters are foodies, and that's why you go on cruises to eat all that food. And that's really the only reason that I want to take them because I know they enjoy the food and they watch Food Network. Well, they used to, watching Food Network and all that stuff. And I was saying, yeah, let's go and get some food. But anyway, I don't know. It's not happening. Yep, that's right. hmm Yeah, child. Now my husband's not afraid, but he's just like, yeah, maybe I'll skip. He's like, I don't need the gastritis or enteritis. Oh well, there's that. Yeah, but like I said, I would if I went on a cruise, I would skip the buffet. I would just do the sit down dinner and breakfast and call it a day. Yep, that's what I would do. Uh huh. Yes. So let's see. Oh, Lydia's here. Hey, good to see you. She's saying hi, Kelly, and everyone in the chat. Good to see you. All right, now. Are you back home from work already? I'm looking at the time. It's on the line. Just watching the YouTubes from the sidelines. That's what my father-in-law always says. The YouTubes. Are you watching the YouTubes? Good to see you. Well, thank you to everybody who supports the channel. I appreciate it. It's hard out here in the YouTube streets, right? Try to do the best you can to keep everybody, keep the content coming. It's definitely challenging, but it's fun. For like I said, for me, this has been a creative outlet that I make a couple of pennies from. Yes. So there's that. Oh, you just walked in the door. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what Lydia's saying. And then Suzanne said, I went on cruises to see the ports of call, not the food. What? I know. See, I didn't. So the thing is, I didn't realize that the food was that important until. Yeah. So anyway, I got really lucky, and I went on a cruise years ago, and I was able to get sort of like a discounted rate or whatever, and so it was pretty reasonable. But the thing was, we just went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We really didn't know what we were doing. We just sort of were going with the flow. And the woman, when you come on there, they give you like an orientation, and the person said, yeah, and don't forget the food. And I was like, what food? And she's like, the chefs are amazing. And I was like, okay, I see you, lady on the cruise. She was the cruise director. I said, what a job that is. She's chilling. Like most of those people on there don't seem too stressed out, which is a wonderful thing. But anyway, once we started, sort of trying out the food, I realized that was food that, 3 and 4 star food, maybe 5. I mean, it was on the line. It was pretty good. And fancy meat and fancy, shrimp and fish and cheese and vegetables. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. But my mother and I were we were smart. We worked out every day. They always had a workout class in the morning. We would do that and walk. When you get to the ports, we would go out. We would leave the ship and go on the ports and do that. But yeah, the food was awesome. The food was great. That's the first time I had camembert cheese. That was good. We were eating that every day. So this is a scarf, Miss Lydia. Yeah, a little scarf. So and it's just stockinette stitch, so nothing real exciting. And this is this old Red Heart thing. I have 2 skeins of this, so hopefully I can make it long enough. But this is the Stars and Stripes Red Heart. Oops, there we go, Red Heart. So it's got an interesting pattern, that everything comes out. Now they have another one. I think it's called Americana. It actually makes a flag, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I'm gonna try that. Are you gonna sneak down to Lancaster? Okay, let me know. Let me know, Mr. Bill. And let's see. Oh yeah, and Suzanne said not so sure the food on cruise ships is the way it used to be. Well, yeah, I'm finding out that it depends on the cruise line you go on. I've heard, but but all these like a lot of these cruise ships, yeah. I mean, the thing is, they do try to be a little bit fancier. Whoops, they're a little fancier than whenever you hold on a second. Dropping my thing here. Hang on. They're trying to be fan. I got to pull some yarn out. I knew it was too tight. Hang on a sec. But yeah, that's what they were saying. They were saying that the food is pretty good. So I said, all right, I'm gonna sit there and give it a try. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll move over this way a little bit. But yeah, that's what they said. And sure enough, it was good. But that was Norwegian, and that was fancier than like the carnival. Carnival's having their controversy right now, which is interesting. And but apparently they made the cruises too cheap. That's what I'm hearing. I said, "Wow, is that even possible?" But I guess it is. Yeah, yeah. So, but I don't think they're the same. And plus people are nasty. Have you noticed that? I don't know. I don't go to buffets, but like a lot of people, some guy I was watching some YouTube video, and this guy was saying how they had it was either apples or pears or something on the ship. They had it on the breakfast table, and this guy sneezed in his hands, and then yeah, he sneezed in his hands, and then he oh my gosh, he sneezed in his hands and then touched every pear that was on the table, and then picked one and then walked away. And the guy who was the cruise, he was the cruise content creator. He was like, I am not going near any of those pears. And he wanted a pear. That's what it was, a pear, he said. Yep. And I just went, oh no, that's a nightmare. But that's the kind of dumb stuff that people do. It's just like it's beyond me. I'm like, just pick one, you know. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, so that's the whole that's the whole, food thing. And what's the weirdest thing today? Like I saw, I had to go to Home Depot, and I noticed that people drive through um, parking spaces, like on the diagonal. So if you're coming out your car, there's like a car whizzing by you. I'm like, oh my gosh, like almost hitting people. I said, this is the kind of weird behavior I'm kind of witnessing. Just because I'm out and about sometimes, and I just kind of, it's a head scratcher for me. So the guy feeling up all the pears on the table is a head scratcher for me. Yeah. So there's that. Buffets for 6,000 people. Ew, that is correct. And oh yeah, Lydia said that was gross, yucky. I know, right? Yeah, and I said, I don't understand. Like, why would you do that? Like, you don't have to do that. Because the thing is, like, with the cruises, they want you to be happy. And so if something's wrong, they will fix it. They'll get you another one. You know what I mean? If you don't like that one, you can get another one. If you don't like that pear you picked, you can get another one. And no one's gonna raise an eyebrow. You know what I mean? It's really not that deep. But he had to feel every single one of them. And I saw some idiot, sorry, do that in the Walmart one time with something else. It was like he felt every single one of them. And I was like, why? Why? Yes. Yeah, buffets for 6,000. Yeah, that's not the way to go. Yeah. If we have some Chinese buffets, people still eat them. I don't know. I don't do those. They look good, when you read the menu, looks delicious, but too many shenanigans going on. You know what I mean? For me, anyway. Yep. Yep. So are you working on anything, Lydia? Whoops. So I don't lose this thing here. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. But yeah. Oh, go on a Viking cruise. Yeah, I think that's what I've heard. You're like the second or third one that said that Viking is the jam. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, Viking. I know they're pricey, but I see the commercials because, of course, I'm talking about cruising, on YouTube. And now, what do I get? Nothing but cruise ads. Even though I really don't, I want to go, but I don't want to go. Yeah, I'm on the line. But I'll sit down and eat dinner. If they serve me dinner, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, give me some salmon, something good. Yes. Okay. Oh, Paragua. ¿Cómo está? Good to see you. Oh, and there's Cicely Simmons. Hello. How are you doing? It's been a while. Yeah. So this is my scarf. And I like it person turquoise waving. That's Piragua. I like it. And yeah, that's food, not safety. I'm sorry, since I work at dietary. Right. Crocheted dishcloth. Oh, I have one actually. This dishcloth, I'll show you this dishcloth real quick. I've been messing with this dishcloth for like weeks. I don't know why. I lost my mojo, but there's the dishcloth. And it made this weird pattern, which I thought was cool. But I just can't seem to get past. I'm like at the halfway point, and I just can't do it. Yeah, and I've been carrying it in my bag. I keep it in my bag so when my husband, if we go to the store, I go and I do that. But usually I do dishcloths, like kind of in between some of these projects. But yeah, food safety. I know. But I just went, oh man, it's not like you have, you can't. I mean, there's soap and water on the cruise, but you know what I mean. I don't know where the wash sinks are relative to the table. I don't know. That's a question I have to ask one of those cruise people if they have hand washing stations near the buffet. I hope they do, because that is terrible. You know what I mean? Let me pull this back a little bit. Yes, yes. But anyway, so yeah, I got a dishcloth going, but I just have not been able to finish it. But that's always my work in progress. And that's just I just do single crochets on them. I don't do anything fancy. I probably should be more fancy with the dishcloth. So I have to go grab some patterns. Like the one lady has patterns she's always pulling off. But I need to get some lighter cotton because I think I ran out. I had some white cotton and I ran out. So I know I shouldn't be buying any more cotton, but I think I like the lighter dishcloths better than these. This thing here, this would actually would have been a cool shirt if I knew that it was going to pattern like that. The pink one, yeah, came out real nice. So, but that's the thing when you buy this variegated yarn, you don't know what you're getting. Yep. Oh, there's Miss Sonia. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. What are you up to? Let's see. Oh, this is splitting. No. Don't split. Yeah, wants to split. But anyway, thanks for coming in. Appreciate everybody. So, but I'm going to finish this row, I think. And oh yeah, about 50 minutes. Got 11 people. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. But I'm doing a little bit of watch hours every day, and but I'm trying to work some video also. I need to be making more, but I said it's kind of nice and peaceful. So when my husband's busy, then I can sort of meditate and think about what I want to do. Yeah, pull some more yarn now, almost there. But yeah, this skein's almost done. I'm about 3/4 of the way. I think these are it's not quite 300 yards. These are a little bit smaller. I think they're like 6 ounces or 7 ounces. 6 ounces, I think. Let's see. Oh, you're lurking. Okay, cool. You like the lurkers? Yes. Lurk, lurk, lurk. Let's see. We got here. Yep, everyone's saying hello. That's cool. Are you making another video, Miss Sonia? Hopefully soon. Yeah. Or are you gonna? Do a live stream. She did her first one, I think, last week or about 10 days ago. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was there checking her out. But please check everybody out in the audience, the content creators. So we got a lot of knitters and crocheters. We got Kim and Sonia, Lydia. Piragua is a cook and a drawer. Yeah. Got some Bill's a supporter. Yeah. Cicely's a supporter. But anyway, there it is. So this is the scarf. It's looking okay. Yeah, and it's getting real big. Whoops, as I'm knocking everything over. Stop shaking. There it is. Yeah, it's looking good. But like I said, I have about 6 projects that I think I'm ready to start on already. Not yet, but I will. And it's been fun. I've been really enjoying powering through the yarn, and that's really the evil plan, is to power through. Oh yeah, oh, you're working on a good, Sonia. All right now. Oh, let's see. There's Lydia's weather. What you got going there? 76. Oh, that's pretty cool. And let's see. Wind is blowing northeast, northeast, 6 miles per hour. High humidity, 62%. Check you out. Yes, that's pretty cool. But here, let me see. I'll show you these two books. I'll show you these real quick. And I'll change. Here we go. Hang on. Okay, so this one here is Sock Yarn, One Skein Wonders. And it's like shawls and fingerless gloves, a bag, baby thingy there. Let's see. Yeah, more socks, little baby hat, that's cute, and a little dress, which I think is really cute there. Here we go. Get that glare off of there. But yeah, this lady. Oh yeah. So anyway, there's a One Skein Wonder. I think that one's designer One Skein Wonders, and luxury yarn One Skein. And then this is the other one. This is the luxury yarn One Skein Wonders. Now this is going to be tough because most of this yarn is fancy, but that's a cute little baby hat there. Yeah, and if you look at this yarn, it's a little bit harder with the white, but this is like a mohair-ish situation. Yes. Oh, where's Doctor Who? Yeah, I'm still working on Doctor Who, but I'm trying to rotate a little bit with him. He's going to be 7 feet. He's about 5 feet tall, I think, about 4.5 feet tall now. There's a little bag. Oops, there we go. A little bag and a pillow. And then this little elephant, which I think is cute. Let me see if I can get this ring off of here. Yep, elephant. Then I don't know what this is here. It looks like a. I don't know if that's a. Not sure what that is. Yeah, but this is cashmere and alpaca. Now, do I have any of this in my thing? No. But there it is. Yep. So, put this back here. But yeah, there it is. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I've been. So I still got Doctor Who. Yeah, he's going. How many yards in one skein sock yarn? Good question. Let's see. Hang on. I'll tell you. Let's see. I even wonder if any of this stuff. Now this one. Excuse me. Was Red Heart. It's called Red Heart, Heart and Soul. Do you remember that one? It was 70% superwash wool and 30% nylon. 1.75 ounces or 50 grams. It was 213 yards, is what they're saying. Huh. Or 195 meters. And you needed for this, how many? I think just one. Yeah, to do this little crochet hat there. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, see, sock yarn is something I don't tend to use. I mean, I have a little bit of it, but I don't remember. See, this one here is Southwest Superwash Southwash Superwash Sport Hand Dyed Tweed. 100% Superwash Merino, 4 ounces. It's 113 grams or 375 yards. And this one is, does it say? 22 stitches in 28 rounds is 4 inches in stockinette stitch. And that's this guy here. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's exactly what I have to do. Yeah. So yeah, that's true, Suzanne. You have to pick patterns based on the quantity of yarn I have, not the pattern first. Mostly use yarn I've already bought. Yep. And that's the evil plan. But I do have sock yarn, and it's usually like a 1 or a 2, Yeah, it's usually a 1 or a 2 weight. But I noticed that this book is fancy. Like, they've got some fancy stuff in there. So I don't think what I have is this fancy. I have a lot of that. What is that stuff called? I have a lot of that stuff. The Patton's Croy. I have a few skeins of that. See this one here. This is a lace one. Let me see if I can put this out. This is lace sock there. And this one here is, let me see, what yarn is this? Mhm. Oh, these are bridal socks. And this is Kremer. Oh, this is Kramer yarns. Okay. And this one is called Sterling, and it's 63% superwash merino, 20% silk, 15% nylon, 2% silver, and it's 420 yards. So, how many do you need? It doesn't say how many you need. From what I can tell, I'm just trying to do it real fast. But anyway, yeah, that's it. But that's really interesting. You know how nice that is. That's a really cool looking sock. Different, yeah. So anyway, but that's but I know I have some number two sock yarn. One and two, actually. One and two. I think the Patent Croix is a one, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's that. Yep. But yeah, but most of the time it's pretty thin. And I think the thinner the sock yarn, the better, because it really does come out nice. And I don't know what like Mimi Cat do makes a lot of socks, but she does everything. I know she kind of works her way through all the different types of yarn, which is pretty cool. Yes. Yep. So Doctor Who, yeah. So Doctor Who, I'm still working him, but I'm trying not to bore everybody with Doctor Who because I've worked on him probably 3 times online. So I figure I'll take him offline and we'll keep going. But anyway, let's see here. Let me check this one thing. Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm here. Yay. Oops, let me go this way. Uh-oh. If only I can lean into the shot. All right. Well, anyway, good to see everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. And like I said, enjoy the rest of the day. Make sure you make something fun. And yeah, we're gonna keep working this guy. He's getting big. And like I said, Doctor Who's still going. And in between, I do the dish rags, which, like I said, this guy here, I got so tired of looking at him, but I'm still working this guy with the cone, and there it is there. So, but but the pattern's pretty nice. It's come out really nice, which is exciting. Yep. So, but this is Lily Sugar and Cream. Yep, this guy. So keep them going. So in between those doctor's appointments, that's usually what I do when I'm sitting there. Yeah. Okay. So you've made Suzanne saying I made socks from 2 skeins of Patton's Croix. Oh, 2 skeins. That's true because they seem to be smaller. Yeah, it's thinner and they don't give you a whole lot of yardage in there. But yeah, the Patton's Croix, I have a bunch of that, like maybe 8 skeins. Excuse me. Hang on a second. But anyway, yeah. So what I've been doing is, like I said, I'm trying to power through all the yarn I have and trying not to buy any more. And that's the evil plan. Yes. Oh, there's Miss Jackie. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome in. How's the vacation? Looks good. Looks good. Yes. Oh, you like the color? Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, like I said, I've always got these things going. There's always cotton in my bag. There's always cotton. There's always like a project. I got these scarves, and like I said, last week it was a good week for me because I got 2 shawls done and 2 amigurumi. So that's a busy week. So I think I'm taking it easier this week, but I'm just going to keep going. That's the plan, is to keep going and just keep some of the you know keep punching out these videos and things like that, and plus getting out of the house. And so I'm trying to maintain all those things and then take care of it after I bring it, which is good. Yeah, so that's it. So anyway, any channel announcements? Anybody else before I go? Let's see. Oh yeah, I made it to an hour. Woo woo. But like I said, I was playing with this yarn, and so one tip before I go, if you get the donated yarn, I would say make sure you wash it, because I picked up some homespun and it was pretty dirty. So I just hand washed it in the sink. I kept the whole skein on and I just soaked it, and then just kept adding a little soap, rinsed it through, rinsed it, filled up the tub again, a little bit of soap, kept going. And a couple of those skeins, I had to do them 4 times to make sure the water was clear. And I didn't realize they were that dirty. So that's kind of something that you have to sort of keep in mind. So I've been sort of coughing, I think, because I've been messing around with this dirty yarn today. And I was out in the garden too, so I'm kind of allergic to, dust and things like that. But that's what happens. Yeah. So make sure you take care of that. Even though, like, I know thrift store yarn's a little tricky, but that's kind of what you have to do. Oh, you want to do a panel? I was going to say, anybody want to come up? But I know you're working though. I think you're lurking. But let me know. Let me know when you're free. I guess that's what we'll work it. Yes. Oh, and yes, and you're blessed not to have to go to work. Yeah, at least for now, anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so let me know. Anybody if you're interested in doing some. I'm trying to sort of go in between people. Not that you can do that, but you know what I mean. The sort of give me a best time. But before I go, let me know what's the best day for you. Usually Fridays are pretty good. I've noticed Friday most people are chilling. So I don't know. Let me know. I was thinking Fridays, but I mean, like what's today? Thursday. Today's Thursday. And if you want to, just reach out to me on you can do Instagram or even Facebook if you want to let me know like what are some good days because I feel like doing I haven't done a panel in forever. I used to enjoy that. Yeah, it's fun. Yep. So let me know anybody in the audience if you want to do it. Yeah, please. All right now. So let's see. I'm gonna play out to my boyfriend Drizzle Stank wherever he is, and this is so exciting.
When does she bring it? Every day. When does she bring it? Every day. Knitting, crafting, singing, even crochet. When does she bring it? Every day. I bring it 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 every day. When does she bring it? Every day. Often does she bring it? Every day. Knitting, crafting, singing, crochet. When does she bring it? Cooking up something hot on Friday night. Come and stop by. I bring it every day.
All right, and peace and love, and have a great day.